The financial markets can be a scary place, and they don't rest for anybody. Our goal here at A1 Trading is to bring you coverage every day, so you can be up to speed on the latest market moves. Before the show begins, remember that trading involves risk, and that anything shared in our content should not be construed as financial advice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where does the allocation of funds happen right now?
It'll go exactly where you wanted it to go. The next bit, after that, you'll enter and then it'll go up.
How would you enter, right? What if you're new to order blocks? What if you're nervous, right? Let's say.
And the correction moves is in the A, B, C move.
Today's stream is made possible by our partners and sponsors. If you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join, consider checking out the links in the description below. By using these links, you'll get access to great products and be supporting the channel. Without further ado, the show is about to begin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the A1 Trading YouTube channel. Today, I am joined by our regular co-host, Mr. EivindFx. Welcome back to the channel, man. How you doing?
Doing great.
You look nervous. What's going on today in the markets today, Ivan? What's
Nothing.
Hey, I like the shirt, by the way. That's a cool shirt. Show off the shirt for
Nothing.
a second. Is that the logo?
Yeah, that's
Hey. Man, that's a cool logo, bro. That's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, so Ivan, what's going on this week? We've got Jerome Powell coming on a couple times this week. What's that all about? And what should traders be paying attention to?
QT. What is QT? QT is quantitative tightening, meaning they've been buying bonds, stopped. Are they going to reduce? They mentioned that in the press conference, they're going to start doing that in May. So we need to look for framework and what potentially can happen in the future, what they're going to say. So yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. That's straightforward. So we've got Jerome Powell speaking. We have him speaking on Monday, today at 12 p.m. We also have him speaking again, I believe, 8 a.m. on Wednesday. So a couple different things. I know what's so due to participate in a virtual panel discussing titled Emergency Challenges for Central Bank Governors International Settlements Innovation Summit. So the point is he's speaking twice this week, which is seemingly a pretty big deal. So those things could certainly be market moving. Ivan, what are you looking at going into this week? What's your focus for the week?
S&P 500 going higher.
Hey, are you still holding on to your trade? You got any longs on it?
No, I don't.
Oh, same.
I missed out.
Hey, it happens to all of us, man. I was talking about that earlier. I'd like to be long on it too.
So yeah, I'm fighting. I'm fighting FOMO. I'm like, I wanted to go lower. I want to buy it, but yeah, that is definitely the two hot cakes so far. Is because we have made a brand new higher high on Nasdaq and on S&P 500 and on US 30. So it cannot be missed. It's up there.
So you've missed the move. Is there any chance for a re-entry for you? If so, what would that look like?
Okay, let me rephrase. I didn't miss the move. This is my plan. Now it's coming into fruition. I didn't want to buy earlier because it was too low. It wasn't bullish. Now it's really coming together. So right now I am looking for any kind of pullback down to 4,400. This level here. Pure support and resistance, breakout retest like you do. Straightforward and easy to enter. If I'm just waking up and I see the pullback, I'll buy it. So you'll see some signals coming in soon, I guess. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Trade alerts.
So, Ivan, I've kind of got a similar idea to you. How would you, and let's say it does pull back there. I think I'm with you too. I like the idea of a potential pullback to 4,400, somewhere in that region. How would you approach the stop loss on it too? And would you look to try and hold it all the way back to highs? How would you go stop loss target with something like that?
Yeah, it's a big fall. The stop loss is previous low. I think below 43,300, like this this thing here. So I have two lows up below it. I will not have it down there. I could, but that's way too far. So I will just reduce my lot size instead.
Fair enough.
And,
Yeah, I was going to say
and
a
because
stop
it's the
loss.
first aggressive one, and then as we go higher, I will go back to normal lot size as we.
Makes sense. Ivan, I got one more question too. So let's say that let's say you took that trade, and let's say it actually really works out. Would you consider adding to a trade like that, or would you hold just one trade? Do you ever add to trades?
Oh, I was just okay. I can show you. If I in a dream trade bought here, if I just did it, I will buy here, here, and here. I will go aggressively on the lows.
Got it. Yeah. So
And
you're
how do
looking to add.
And how do I find those lows? I will drag across from these candles over here and then over to find support.
Yeah, and you can see it's playing so nice right now. So I think you're right. Like the structure seems to have found a bottom there. You've got just to the left of your screen there, you got like that triple bottom, that multiple bottom low that formed. We broke to the other direction, took out the previous lower high. So it definitely looks like it's got bullish structure to it. And the stop loss placements and things like that are pretty straightforward. So I'm definitely with you on that. We'll see if we get a pullback here this week.
Or today.
Or today, yeah. It's looking like it's starting out. Perhaps by the end of the day, we'll see a bit of a pullback. Maybe get that lunch hour pullback, something like that. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else that you're looking at outside of the S&P 500 that's hot on your radar?
Nah, dollar bullishness is kind of like non-existing today. So I am sitting on my hands on dollar. Yens are through the roof and through the moon, and visiting the sun at the moment. So there's nothing in there either. So that's kind of, and then gold falling. So mostly S&P and Nasdaq is really hotcakes today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's more about it's the quality over quantity for sure when it comes to trading.
Absolutely.
No need to point out 100 charts that are a million miles away from entry. So definitely good stuff there. And yeah, those yen pairs, man, oh my gosh, they are going crazy. I feel like there's got to be a pullback at some point coming. I wouldn't try and anticipate it, but I'd be interested in perhaps, maybe Aussie yen, Kiwi yen, things like that on a pullback, perhaps. But the pullbacks, for me, Ivan, when I look at that, I'm like, when this thing pulls back, it's going to pull back kind of nasty. So I'm not going to try and, buy the highs. I'm going to be pretty patient with a pullback. What do you think on Aussie yen?
I want a deeper pullback, like 180 pips down or 130 pips down. So it's far at the moment, but I've been surprised on Mondays. Between now and the next 3 hours, I have seen pullbacks of 100 pips and still gone back up higher. So today is today. If it's going to be a day of the week, and I am, you just have to be ready, prepared mentally that a larger pullback can come, so you're not surprised that if it then comes. So right. I have been unprepared, and I'm always prepared now.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's like when you watch these things float higher, we're looking at Aussie yen, obviously it's just gone up and up and up. It does seem for the moment, it feels like it's impossible for it to go down that hard. It seems like everything just gets bought so hard, but you're exactly right. It can all of a sudden be 100 pips down real quick. And it seems like, oh my God, everything just changed in the flash of an instant. So you definitely, you have to be prepared for that, especially when you get these runners, these ones that are just going and going and going. When the run stops, everyone jumps off the bandwagon real quick. So you gotta be very careful looking at things like Aussie yen, dollar yen, not so much pound yen, right? Pound yen. Oh, pound yen's still strong, still very strong. But yeah, maybe the lagger of the the group.
Well, it's coming in now, so it's trying to make a higher high. So
yeah,
you might never know.
Swiss yen. Do you ever trade Swiss yen? I don't like that pair, but I feel like a lot of people always talk about it and trade it. I'm not a big fan of it. It's like two risk offs. But I don't know, just another pair.
But you
I was
try
trying
to
to
use
check-
the yen, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
you can't,
know, but
you
it's
can't
different.
pull out like that. If you're
It's
gonna trade everything,
different.
you have to trade everything.
Well, the dollar, the dollar floats, right? It goes back and forth between more of a risk on, more of a risk off. It's the Swiss franc, the yen, they're like pretty consistently the risk off fellows.
Yeah.
But
So for those who's wondering, this is what I see. Ranges on ranges upon ranges. So there's a breakout at some point with no pullback whatsoever. There's a breakout with no pullback whatsoever, and then it just goes, and then it just goes. And then if you start buying into a pullback, that is actually the end. So far at least. So it's very hard to catch unless you are able to catch those lows, which is not a straightforward thing, and it requires a lot of experience
makes sense.
and backtesting.
Makes sense. Ivan, I'm going to leave you to the show. I've got to jump off here and do some things. Thank you for coming on. Guys, Ivan is the man. He always is constantly bringing good knowledge to the table. So if you guys haven't already, where can we find you, Ivan? Where can people follow you if they haven't already started following you, which I'm sure a lot of people have? He's got his own YouTube channel.
Is EivindFx across, there we are, across social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So yeah.
Yeah, so check him out. We got
there.
it right below us there. Check out EivindFx on YouTube. Give him a subscribe. Check him out. He's got some excellent content. Ivan, I'll leave you to it. Have a great rest of your stream, man.
Thank you. Yes, people. I am actually, just to introduce myself to everyone who is very new here, I am the head analyst here at A1 Trading. And I do have a VIP webinar every Wednesday and Friday. Fantastic, by the way, if you are in that group. So just remember, if you are in that group, that we're going to be meeting again on Wednesday. I think Friday. I think it's been really good content lately. So Viking the Viking Pipmaster. That is my other name. Probably maybe I should start using my social media as EivindVPM. Actually, so Nebody, I've seen your comments. Congratulations. Who is it else? Because I've seen your goal analysis. Yes, I have seen you. Don't worry. Everyone, I see you. We're going to talk today. We're going to discuss. We're going to learn something new. What can new knowledge be today that we didn't know yesterday, that we didn't know the other day? Is that, for example, I'm just going to go straight to it, straightforward. That pound dollar, this level here is a clear level to buy. And I'm going to go through why that's a clear level to buy. Why do I not call them out and say, oh, you should buy it because I'm a dollar bull? But if you're a buyer on pound, you're a seller on dollar, this is clearly what you should have done. And when was this called out? I'm going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. Now, in a trend, as we have here, downtrend, everyone can see, you can use moving averages or pivot points or whatever you have. Everything is down, right? Everyone knows that. Now, how do you spot a reversal? By the way, hashtag, you can go and look at reversal strategy on my YouTube channel. There's a video on it. But basically, you need to look for targets if you're a buyer in this market. This is a target. And then the next one is the monthly target, which is the most critical, most important one. And we hit that at 131.60. And ever since we hit that target, we have been in a somehow of a range. Now, after that, what do you need? What is my rules of engagement? My rules of engagement did 1, TP, 2, psych level. What's a like level? Psych level. 30, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135. Psychological level, round numbers. Then I need a reversal. What is in this case is a reversal is a higher high. So I need higher high, and then I need a higher low. Where's the higher low? Here is a higher low. When That was the Bank of England decision where they disappointed the market. I said, if you are a buyer, you can go back and see the stream. That is where you're supposed to be a buyer. And you're asking, but everything is falling. Everything is falling. Will it break? Will it go lower? You have to have confidence. You have to have so much confidence on a 5 level that this is every day. Now, if you are freaking out here and saying, what? Let's run, then that is your opportunity. Friday, even today, you got a buy opportunity. Now, that's if you are a buyer. That's if you're thinking, well, I want this to go higher. And now, what do you think is going to happen if pound now breaks the high and goes higher? It is going to be, I don't know if explosive per se, but it's going to be a lot of pips in a small time. Are we now going to be back to this level? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because this, my friend, is the reversal area. Now we have a clear, if we break higher, we now have a clear trend to the upside, at least up to next resistance at 133. So, yet again, we need, that was wrong, we need double bottom, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then you have given 2 other options before it goes back up again. Isn't that great? To be knowing, I see this pattern all the time. Not all the time, I see it every year, every month, all the time on different pairs. It doesn't change. It's the same thing every time. What's the 200 EMA? There was a 200 EMA. There was also a 55 EMA. There was also a 21 EMA. So that is the 200. That is the 55. And the red one is 21. So that is how I would have traded pound dollar if I was a buyer on it. But I'm not. So there we go. And then Nobody wants to talk about New Zealand yen. Do you have any orders on it? Is it where do you want it to go? Is it higher? Is it lower? Is it looking for new entries or just generally talking about New Zealand yen? Nobody. And when you look at yen index, I feel like it's time to go back up again. But why has it been so weak? So, boss lady, you are suffering from what I call collective dissonance, not collective dissonance, collective urge to go against the trend. I have seen 3 people today, at least on another stream earlier today, that they want to buy yen. Just because yen is low doesn't mean you should buy it. End of story. Now you can say it's low. It's only going to continue lower until it starts reversing. Now the other question is, if it's a lower low, you're not allowed to sell because you're supposed to sell at resistance. So that takes you out of a potential sell trade, and that takes you out of a potential buy trade. Right? Remember that you are in control of what you want the market, or what kind of market conditions you want to see. And if you go to the yen index, what is it? It is below the 200, below the 55, and below the 21 on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, it's not even touching anything. It is super duper weak. Now that is going to continue until it stops. So if you want to buy yen right now, I'm not calling it. I don't want you to be. If you're in my okay, cool. I will do a mental game here with you. If you're in my business, in my trading firm, I own your money. You're trading my money. If you buy yen right now, you're putting a timeout today. If you are selling yen, fine, cool, continue. Look for resistance, and right now you're not at a resistance. Continue doing your job. Continue doing your process. The process is going to set you free. But my process does absolutely does not allow me to buy yen here under any circumstances whatsoever. So USD yen is reaching higher and higher. Cool. But it's reducing its momentum. The volatility is going lower. Sorry, the momentum is going lower, but it's still bullish. So you're still there to hold trades higher, as you're supposedly doing. Now, did that fall kick you out? Okay, that's an honest thing. Did you buy the breakout up here? That's an honest trade. Did you buy the support here? That's an honest trade. But it was also an honest trade. It's also coming back a bit lower before going higher again. Now, you have to have two ways of attacking the market every time, because you don't know which it's going to be. Is it going to be the aggressive one, or is it going to be the defensive one? You need to all the time have a backup plan, both for your risk management, for your stop loss placement, but also for your entries. Because I can say I would have bought this right now. It's very aggressive, but if it goes lower and then goes back up again, what am I going to do then? I would look like the most FOMO guy in the class. I couldn't wait for the pullback. And that is what I have learned through my demo trading, through my testing. I need to have two approaches: one aggressive, one defensive, both weekly and daily. Also monthly, but monthly is gone here. For me to get the profits, for me to get the entries, for me to get the results that I want to see. I'm not necessarily talking to you specifically, boss lady. It's a general thing, and it's a general frustration that I have today, that people are looking to buy. And if you don't looking at buying yen right now, that is totally okay, cool. But it's talking about, I feel like it's time to go back up again. That's what I'm reacting to. And that's what many people have. And that's what I'm reacting to. Why it has been so weak? Well, that's a good question. And I honestly believe it has to do with the weak yen economy. It has to do with that the relief of the war with Russia and Ukraine, but you can't sell dollar because of the increase of interest rate. And its bullishness. So you find the second best thing to sell, which is yen, and therefore you then now get a divergence between a strong dollar and weak yen. Has it been historically weak? Yes, it has been historically weak. Even though the geopolitical event demanding it. Well, if a geopolitical event is going to go in for demand for yen, then you will see it on the chart. It's okay to predict it. It's okay to see it coming. But I have seen too many people saying that they want to buy. Sorry, they want to buy yen, sell USD yen for that matter, or sell CAD yen, sell New Zealand yen. But right now, as we are standing here right now, that is an aggressive buy entry. I would advocate for a much lower entry, and both of them are sound trades for the upcoming week. You see, this is the buy zone. Sorry, that is the aggressive buy price for the week. Specifically, that is a conservative buy price for the week, and this is the buy price for today. Now we have three levels to look for price to go higher. First of all, you have the daily ones, which reacted to, which I guess you would be profitable on if you took that trade. But you would hope for, at least down in your heart, down in your core, that you would hope for 8140 level. Since Japanese population has been declining, do you think yen will eventually deteriorate? Calvin, It's a very interesting, high intelligent question. I'm really worried for the Japanese population. It has a very old population. It has an increasing aging population, and it has an increasing lack of kids or grandkids in this manner even to fill their positions. So in contradictory to some African countries, such as South Africa and Kenya, has a very young population. There's too many young, and the demographic is very fat at the bottom. But for a Japanese economy, it's very top heavy. As to people who has been working for 40 years is now getting retired. They're now finding other things to do. They maybe want to take off their grandkids, and there's nobody else left to do the production. There's nobody else left to do the managing. There's nobody else left, or there's fewer to do what is necessary to keep the wheels going in an economy. So do I think it will deteriorate? It's a scary thought, but I think it's possible. It's a possibility. Okay? So people, what is your current assets you want me to cover today? I've seen gold. I have seen gold. Is it only gold we're supposed to trade today? Yen GDP, trade balance, machinery orders still looks bearish. Okay. Australian dollar, US dollar, USD can, please, Nick. I'm a big fan of you. I'm not Nick though, so sorry. Nick is there. He was there. Sorry. But yeah. So if there is a gold, if there's demand for gold, I want to see a gold strain. I want to see people say, please do gold, or hashtag gold diggers, I think it's supposed to be today. If you wanted me to do gold, please, gold diggers. Bigger, probably. If you want to see gold, please hashtag that one. If not, I will do something else. Chris asks, what is my bias on CAD and why? I am bullish on CAD. It's because it's fantastic unemployment rate, and inflation is very high, which is going to lead to more than expected rate hikes. So, yeah. So Patrick says gold digger. Mr. Esteban says gold digger. Tough Gamer says gold. Alejandro says gold. I don't know if it was even gold. It was Adriano Alexandre. Patrick says gold, please. Too many times. Okay. Tulip says gold digger. Adriano says good wabs. Pound. Dollar Swissy says Gert Scott. Now, okay. So, if you are a gold digger, I'm going to give you a couple of tools here, okay? Sorry, that was the wrong one. That I'm using. Okay? Nay. That wasn't the point. I want you to have dark white blue. Cool. So, since somebody complained about, oh, it's too bright. So, what do you want to see? This is the cleanest chart I'm ever going to do on gold for you. What's the deal? What's the story? The story is Ukraine, Russia. Why did it peak here? What happened? What happened? Peace talks. Mr. Putin said there was positive developments. That's what really made it go down. Peace talks. The other situation is how far we're going to go lower. Okay. We have now fallen 7%. Russia has a lot of gold reserves, have a lot of gold reserves. I believe they're going to sell that to strengthen the ruble. Market has reached this target, found it's being full, and therefore would fall. Now, for me, how I analyze this is that we have seen the demand for gold reduce. We have seen the demand for dollars still being high. Therefore, psychology-wise, I believe we are going to be falling, and I'm bearish outlook on it. If you go to a1trading.com and you are looking for COT data, and you go to gold, you will see something very important. People have been taking profit on their gold longs. In which period was that? That was between Tuesday last week, which is 15th to 8th. So between 8th, between here and it's not really there, but give or take there. Between there and there is where the market has taken 17,000 contracts off the market. It is in the same area also taking off profit of sells. If you look at the market and what it did in that particular time frame, it peaked and fell. So those buyers you want to see should be in this area. I last week mentioned in this stream I mentioned we were here somewhere around here. I think we were around here. And I said 1900. 1900 we did. So that's a boom. That's how we do it. I am bearish outlook. Now, today, I have said that there is sell setups on gold since Friday that is now being hit. That's now hitting break even. This sell and this sell. Those are two sell setups that I now believe you should be out of at the break even. Now, if you are again a seller of gold, you're going to do two things. You're going to put up a trap at 1950 and 2000. Those are the two levels you're thinking, hey, why shouldn't market get up there? So 1950 and 2000. You would like to see reversal of trend there. If that is something you can wait for, then, and also if you have a good reversal strategy up there, then yes. How does a reversal look like? It looks like a top, a low, a breach of previous low, and you high but not a higher high. In case, then you need to have a lower low, a lower high, and there is your sell. That's now coming back up to break even. And this was on Friday around New York Open. Fair enough. So I am now putting it on pause. And I'm mentioning which levels I would look forward to, 1950 and 2000 to the downside. Cool? Boom. Let's see if it goes throughout this week. And I'm going to do pound Aussie because somebody asked for it, because I guess Nick didn't do it. And I'm going to say you very clearly, that was a sell. Fair enough. Bounce. That was the sell again. Bounce. Dead. There is your buy. And there is your end of buy here. There's your end of buy here. And that is your beginning of a sell there. And that is where we are now. Right now, it's a dead fish in the water. There's no more trading plans right now. Australian dollar, US dollar has been asked for quite a bit today. So I believe we're too high. I don't need the paper points, but I'm just using it so it's easier for everyone to see. I can also say, okay, fine. I will just use 4-hour time frame. I will use a previous high, and I will say, okay, that could be the target. And if you're looking for support, I can use that as support. And I need either that entry there, or I would use tomorrow a higher high, higher low situation, breakout retest, straightforward, up to 75, give or take. Straightforward, nothing else in between. This is as a buyer of Aussie, seller on dollar. If you are on the opposite side, which I am, you need to be waiting for it to reverse and go lower. And it hasn't. So there's nothing else to do here as a seller. It is a very aggressive uptrend. If you're going to see, well, what if it falls? You need to be here. There. That is where you need to be. Every time. Boom, boom, boom. Whenever that happens, be there, be there, be there. But right now, there's nothing to be there for. All right. Somebody. That was to Mao Zedong. I probably butchered that name. Sorry, but I apologize. Mao, but there we go. Okay. Euro dollar. I have interesting theory here. Take profit. TP for the week plus month. What does that mean? Does it mean anything whatsoever? What does it mean? It means for me that market's going to stop falling. Does it ever work? Does it ever work? Does this thing that this guy called Eivind, does it ever have any whatsoever root in reality of something? Let's go through the markets to see if that is correct. Sorry, I was going to back that to black. Correct. Nope. Correct. It paused and then fall. Correct. Correct, but failed. Correct. So, does the market respect monthly take profit zones generally? And does that lead to potential reversal of trend? Absolutely. That is why you should be listening to whenever it says monthly take profit. Whoop, 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 whoop. Then you should be alarm bells running around in your head and thinking, what? Already? That means two things. As a seller, you stop selling. As a buyer, you're like, wait, you're talking to me? Let's go higher. Okay. So, what else, people? Euro dollar analysis. Cool. Just going to make that white again. Cool. So, take profit, TP. We have gone higher. That could be your sell. But it can also be your whoops. And then this is your out. If you didn't out here, which you should have been, this is your definite out 100%, million percent. This by far is also your buy entry. This is a double bottom, higher high, higher low, sweet as the sweetest gets. And by the way, go to charts, figure it out yourself. Go and see, do you see these patterns? Do you see these reversals? Do they work? Do they ever come? Do they ever pass on 4 hour or 1 hour? Mostly 1 hour. Do they ever come to pass? Do you ever see market reversing like this? Now, if I'm going to do, again, a bit of a PowerPoint here, just for the fun of it, what is this, you might ask? The buy zone for the week. It says there. Now, you have tested this strategy. This is how I want you to, in the future, behave. Wait for it. Higher high, higher low. Oop, okay, cool. Okay. And then whoop, 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 whoop. I'm ready. Find your entry rules if it's engulfing or if it's just level or whatever it is. I don't know what it is for whatever you use. Or if it's some on the 5 minutes charts, moving averages crossing above each other. Up to you, not me. But you have to find out a way to be prepared, willing, and ready there. There. Lol. Now, what are you going to do this week then, mate? Sellers are taking profit. Sellers are not in control. Buyers are taking it into new higher last week. Well, what are you going to do this week then? You're going to buy in the buy zone. So where's the buy zone, you might ask? Well, that is between here and here. Now, you find your rules of engagement. I'm not going to tell you how to get into the market. That's your rules, not mine. And you're thinking higher high. This is a higher low to the moon. Sorry, higher high and to the moon to 112. 2-minute analysis. Okay, good. Is that okay for everyone? We can continue. If the Fed is worrying about low growth, should we be bullish on gold? Is that bullish on gold? That is bullish on gold, yeah. Yes, correct. Patrick, that is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay. What else, people, are we going to go through today that I can practically analyze fast and furious that you've never seen before? So I can do this one. We went through this one last week in my live, and somebody sold there. Pretty good entry, right? Not too bad. Where was the stop loss? There was a stop loss. Oh no. Did it do that? And then see what happened afterwards. The problem here, people, which is trading on the phone, you don't see it's a range. I talked to this person today. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this anymore, but I talked to this person today, and he says that he traded this because he thought he didn't see the range. He saw it on a high time frame, but forgot about it and sold it as a trend. Technical analysis, people, remember what you do. Write things down or on the chart or whatever, so you remember on the lower time frames what's actually happening on higher time frames. Now, euro pound is in a range, and is this going to break now? I don't know. But if you are a seller in a range, that is your area to sell. Not here, not there, not there, not there, here. So the train has gone. If you then get a lower low, lower high, then you might get a sell opportunity. If you are a buyer, you are thinking, can I get a reversal here on a smaller time frame? That's the only thing that I can look at right now. But euro pound has taken away all my money previously, not everything, but most of it. So I have grudge. I don't like it. I hate it. It's a ranging market. It all of a sudden goes lower, out of the range, comes back up again, and you're like, But dude, his stop loss. So that is a market that I do not want you to trade. It's up to you to listen to that or not. I felt a bit small, so I need to be a bit higher on the chair. Thoughts on natural gas since Thursday night? Yeah, I can do that as well. Just use this with say, and I do not remember why I have 93.62. Is that a sell? Yeah, apparently. How do I know 93.62 is going to be the sell? How do I know it's going to be at 8 a.m.? Because that happens almost every day. It happens almost every day. Be prepared. Do your analysis. Okay? I didn't tell you that. That's a secret. All right? Shh. Don't tell anyone. So if you're going with the trend on USD, that is the time of the day you are supposed to be already. So if you're a seller, that is definitely the candle, the time of the day. I don't know about the minute though. That depends, but give or take around there is where you should be very, very, very straightforward. Yeah, cool. And then yeah, cool. Then I just want to go to oil, crude oil, and COT. Taking profit on longs, adding sells. Where are we now? That was between 8th and 15th, give or take. What happened in that market? Market peaked and fell like a ton of bricks. I will do nat gas next. How do you think about oil under geopolitical effects? I think that oil is volatile under the geopolitical effects. I think that right now, with the Ukraine-Russia, is a lower impact on the market. We know a bit more now. So it's not something you should be obsessive about anymore. Unless there is we used a word in the news that is called, that starts with the letter N. If somebody in the chat can think which N word that we don't want to hear in the chat, that is, then if N word is used, it's going to skyrocket. But other than that, I don't think it's going to rise more than the current peak, at least. I have a bearish outlook on it, and hopefully it will fall soon. Should I open on a sell on gold right now? Patrick asks. That's totally up to you. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. I do not know your situation, and I have absolutely no rights to tell you to do that. That is up to you. Nat gas, natural gas. The other thing that's highly volatile because of Russia, Ukraine, has made its peak in a range and is now falling again. Didn't break. Fair enough. So, where would you want to buy it? Since it didn't break, since I'm waiting for the break, since it doesn't break, wanting for the break, hoping for a break, I would now see 4.5 and then higher again. But plan A is that, so I'm just going to be waiting patiently. Yeah. Xavier is on the ball. The right word. Nuke. If somebody mentioned the word nuking someone, or adding that to the warfare, that is going to be to the markets. It's gonna make the market so scared. Dollar will be super strong out of nowhere. It will be 100 pips move and then just rising. Euro will fall a lot. everything will just be panic mode, if that is going to be true. There says thank you. So USD CAD. Why do I not look to USD CAD? Okay, cool. So who asked for USD CAD? Mao asked for USD CAD. Eric asked for USD CAD. And who else asked for USD CAD? USD CAD, USD CAD, USD CAD. So if you have a USD CAD, I want you to do that. I can do the analysis. That's all okay. But I also want you to tell me, do you have any positions open here? Do you have any interest here? Or are you just generally looking for analysis on this one? If you have positions on, that is going to color your view on the market. Okay? That is a key important. And why do I ask about that? Well, I'm just curious, gossip. But the reason for it is for me to understand if you are scared, anxious, or just interested. That's two different psychological states. So right now in USD CAD, we have made a lower low. We all can see a lower low, right? That is straightforward. CAD is strong. Dollar is a bit weaker. We can see that. If we now think this is going to continue lower, is this a good level to sell? Are we now in such a good position that we can sell USD CAD? I will be very hesitant. I will use any other currency pair against the CAD, especially a weak one. Which currency at the moment is weak? If I can do this really fast, I will go to the currency heat map. I'm getting better at this one. If I go to the currency heat map, which one is currently weak against the CAD? We will go to the CAD situation, and Euro CAD and New Zealand CAD seems to be or the weakest even today. No, that's Euro Swiss actually. So if you go to, let's say, New Zealand CAD, just to check it up, if I'm right. That actually doesn't look too bad of a sell. But again, it's a very strong uptrend. So I would probably say maybe. But I made a trade panel already about coming up to this level last week. And then the other one was EuroCAD. Not really a good setup. Not really a good setup. Here we have resistance. Here we have resistance. This is resistance. This is not resistance. It's somewhere in between. And I need a lower low, lower high before selling again. So if I was to do anything on CAD right now, I will probably buy CAD yen or buy CAD yen if it makes a higher high, higher low. EuroCAD is low, yes, but not low enough. It's a weird setup. So, and the other thing is I have grudge against USD CAD because I've lost too much money on it. So, why does that matter to you? It's because I have not found profitability on it. I hope that you do. But I put all my brain cells to it, and I have not. So, if you're thinking break lower, retest, that is, in my view, my simple view, a great theory. And hopefully it will give you something to do. Okay. Pound dollar. Boom. Okay, cool. What's up, bro? What's up, mister? As we've been sitting here, pound has gone higher. So, what's the theory here? I did pound dollar earlier today, Payne. I do remember it now. And that was the level market gave you for a buy. it is bullish. Oh, sorry, it's turning bullish, about to turn bullish. It's reversing. And if you are a seller of pound dollar, I wouldn't be in a sell and I would wait for a lower high if you're thinking so. So right now, be happy. You think it will go down? No, not at the moment. No. It can go down, but I don't think it will. I hope it will. But technically, right now, it doesn't look like that. It's there. Why? It's on my FX book. My FX book. And it is there. Cool. Continue to my FX book. Sure. Australian dollar 72.50 tomorrow. That's a big fall, bro. That's a big fall. That's a big fall. Okay, that's your theory, Rodriguez. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I can see how time has passed now. Absolutely sorry, Chandler. I hope you have something better to do soon. And then to listen to my nonsense. But USD, by the way, you're gonna do a very quick, fast analysis since Chandler now need to go to need to do other things that is more important things. You know, clearly, people, we need to have a higher high if you're gonna continue buy. We need a higher high if you're gonna continue holding on to it. But I would rather hope for a buy at 1800 before we're going higher. That also sets up a potential to break lower, though. But I think by all means, it needs a deeper pullback before going up again. That is the only thing there. And S&P 500, yeah, we did come back down to subconscious support, so it's a new higher high pullback or something like that tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna get the pullback I wanted today, so just tomorrow then, I guess. So yeah, okay. Other than that, please follow EivindFx on across social media. I look like this beautiful guy here. Look at this guy. Look at this. He's so cute. If not, EivindFx, just Google every time EivindFx. EivindFx strategy to see my strategy, pivot points, and all those things I talk about today. It's all for free. Don't worry. Reversals also there. Support this is also there. Price action. A lot of good things as well. Remember to subscribe to this channel, so next time I'm here, you're still gonna not forget about me, not be left out. Until then, boom, have a good day.
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And remember to check the description below if you're looking for a new broker, trying to get funded, or looking for a trading community to join. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.